Interestingly enough, I sat down with another gentleman who I loved speaking to, Sergeant Nicholas Irvin. Nick Irvin, Army Ranger, sniper, 6 deployments, 5 of which he saw combat. And he said the exact same thing that you just said. This country is heading toward a civil war. That's where we're going. And to hear it come from your mouth as well, it's a scary situation, it's scary times that we're living in, because we're all Americans, but it has gotten to the point where each individual is planting their flag. I'm on the right, I'm on the left. It's almost no middle ground at this point.
That's correct.
And we see the world so freaking differently.
It's so bad that we can't even talk to each other. I'm afraid to expose my feelings a lot of times when I'm with people that I know are totally woke and leftist. I'm afraid to express myself. Why? Because I'm afraid of violence. I'm afraid they might attack me and even kill me. So you gotta be careful what you say to who and where you're at. It's gotten that bad. Look at the violence. 2 assassination attempts on President Trump. 2. I'm gonna be surprised if he finishes out his term. This man is hated by some of these progressive leftist people. And I've never seen so much hate in my life. We can't even discuss anything anymore. It's terrible.
You are lifelong law enforcement, and you just said something that was very, very powerful. You'd be surprised that Trump actually finishes out this term?
I will be very surprised. He is a very hated man. And the media feeds into this. I've traveled to many countries in Central and South America, and I've never heard political opponents in those countries consider the opponent Nazi, okay, fascist, Hitler. I've never heard that describe their opponent so strong. And it's not right, because you have these weaker individuals that think that by killing, let's say, Trump, are going to become famous because they've got so many people on TV and social media accusing him of being Nazi, Hitler, fascist, communist, and everything else, which is not true. You had an administration spent 10 years feeding to the public that Trump was a Russian agent. Are you kidding me? All a lie. It's all a lie. And what have they done to these people? To date, nothing. You just had the director of the FBI indicted for leaking information, for obstructing of justice, because he hated Trump. I've never seen this kind of hate. And yes, I will be very surprised if this man finishes his term, and I'll be very surprised if we don't end up in a civil war shortly, where the blue states are going to go to war with the red states. That's the path we're headed down.
Wow. While we're walking down this road, because the violence is at an all-time high, I'm sure you're familiar, last month in Dallas, 3 people were shot at an ICE facility, 2 of which were illegal immigrants. I'm sure that the shooter was not trying to hit them. He was trying to hit actually ICE agents. And before he was caught, he took himself out like they all do, but he left writings on his bullet casings, letting the world know how he felt about ICE. So this just goes to your point that, the violence is at an all-time high. And people are really taking matters into their own hand, and they're committing the ultimate crimes.
That is correct. That is why we now have to be careful what we say politically and where we say it. Because if you are around these people that are not mentally sane and you oppose their political views, he might get a knife and stab you to death just for that. Or if he's got a gun, blow your head off. It's gotten that bad. And I blame the media for that. I blame the media because they keep exposing all this stuff. This man is a communist. This man is a Nazi. He's Hitler. He's fake. And they keep repeating it and repeating it. So you have the crazies out there, the people that are not mentally healthy, the depressed, thinking, I think I'll just take him out and maybe I'll become famous. I'll become like a drug lord in Mexico. Maybe they'll dedicate a song to me. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Okay, but I can turn around and say, hey, it's this same guy, Trump, who, I mean, he went to for months, for years, saying President Obama was not a U.S. citizen. Same rhetoric.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We got to stop that kind of rhetoric. And we have to stop the media from exposing this kind of stuff or repeating it and repeating it. The media has become not a journalistic media anymore. They have become political media. And that's wrong. The media should be basically impartial and be careful what they put out. I blame a lot on the media. And like I said, whether it be Donald Trump, whether it be Obama, whoever it may be, they should not be degraded to be called fascists, communists, and so on. And you're right. I don't agree with Trump also, exposing or going after Obama, saying that he wasn't illegal. There are still those that continue to say that.
Correct.
To this day, I hear that what's his name, the former sheriff from Maricopa County down there, I forget his name right now, that he's still saying that Obama's certificate was fake and he wasn't born in the U.S. I mean, they don't stop.